Good morning, race fans. Welcome again to another installment of the Bonfire Racing League on Sunday mornings here at the Bonfire Racing League. It's the Bonfire Premier Cup. Very repetitive, I'm sorry, but I am luckily joined by the one and only Jared Kelly, and we have a special guest today of Joseph Volpis. And welcome in, guys. How's your morning going as we get ready for this cutoff race for the Championship 4?
Yeah, I'm just going to apologize early for me sounding terrible, being sick all week, but I'm here. I'm ready to go, and luckily I have some help this time.
And that help's going to be in the name of Joseph Volpis. Joseph, how you doing this morning? Glad to have you on board.
I'm excited to be here with you guys here this morning. Really excited to go back and look at, see just how fast we all went and how fun it is to race in the Bonfire Racing League.
All right, Joseph. Well, as these cars are coming down the backstretch, you know what? We'll get your little interview done. I think on maybe if we have a caution here in the early goings, we'll cut to that, Joseph. But we're coming down the backstretch right now here at Chicagoland. We have 135 laps, headed into turn 3 here. But this is the cutoff race for the top 10 drivers. I don't have our old standings on there, but we'll let you guys know during the race how it looks as the race continues on. But I know David Medina, Jason Landry, and Buddy Sally are your top 3 contenders right now as they're headed off of turn 4. Pace car is headed down pit lane. David Medina leaning them to the Geico restart line. Hard launch by David Medina, and they're crossing the start-finish line, Jared, as they take off down into turn 1.
Yeah, the outside lane, those two, the 50 and the 55, had a really good start. 55 shoving the 52. Continues.
Now, Joseph, you're driving the number 13 today. You're in the contention, correct? For David Twinham, Ryan Twinham.
Yeah, Ryan.
David Twinham.
Justin Malarkey too, also taking a trip in the infield grass, but I don't think he hit anything.
So that was probably more of an incident there between the 73 and the 3. It looks like the only 2 involved, Jared?
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, Joseph, while I got you in here, we wanted to bring attention to some project you're working on, Joseph. I believe it's the MRL broadcasting, and that's going to be shown on Twitch. Could you tell us more about that?
Oh, I'm very excited to bring to you guys the MRL broadcasting crew that I will be producing. We do the MRL Monday Mayhem Cup Series races. We do the MRL Friday Night Thunder Cars Tour races. And next season, for our first full season, we will be doing the Bonfire Racing League Big Truck and Tuesday races. All race replays. It's going to be a fun time. I'm look forward to bring it to you guys. I know you're really excited to see what we can do with Big Truck and Tuesday after we did the season finale for this past season, and I really want to bring you guys a great broadcast. So I really appreciate you, Kevin, and Jared, and what you guys do, and you gave me the inspiration to go ahead and put together my own group for this.
Well, Joseph, that's awesome to hear, man. That's what we like. We love to hear stories like this, and I'm glad me and Jared can inspire someone for good. It's usually for the worst, what me and Jared do around here. But no, that's great to hear, Joseph. Good luck to all you do, and you have the support of the community and especially us. If there's anything we could do to help you out with that, just let us know. But I'm sure you guys have that all handled over there at MRL, and we'll be excited to watch and participate in that there, Joseph.
Thank you.
All right. Well, hey, Joseph, I would love it for you to stay on board with us, and maybe you and Jared could do some of the calls here while I sit back here in the booth. But feel free to jump in whenever you want, and get some practice in here. Not that you need it.
Oh yeah. I'd love to sit up here in the booth with you guys for a little bit. I got some time this morning.
All right, that's what we like to hear. All right, Jared, did you see anything there on those short 2-lap stint that we should be paying attention to, or is this still way too early to really get anything out of this right now?
Well, I think Nick Mills maybe went down pit road doing Nick Mill things, just putting a little bit more fuel in his tank, see if he can extend this run just a little bit. other than that, that seemed about it.
All right. So keep an eye on Mills there, maybe staying out a little longer than usual, but that's usually his MO. I like that strategy. It got me to where I am today in the top 10 battling for that cutoff spot, but not a win. Still searching for that first win in that 31 car. Joseph, also, hey, you had some good luck in another series, I believe. Is that correct there, Joseph?
Oh, yeah. Yes. This past Wednesday, I was able to take home the Quarantine Racing League Xfinity Series championship for Season 3.
Well, congratulations to that big win there, Joseph. I'll be having to make you be sending you a trophy your way there. So congratulations on that win, and look forward to maybe racing with you guys next season there.
Oh, that would be a blast if you came and join us. I know you guys used to
see that car.
All right, Jared, the cars are going down the backstretch here. The 9 and the 50 are leading them back down the backstretch. We're going to be heading into turn 3. I believe the pace car lights are off here. Looks like Kevin Kyle might have lost 2 spots there off of that little restart. He is not a strong restarter. That 31 car, he struggles on them, but he's trying to hold his own here against this top group of race car drivers as the pace car is headed down pit lane. And they're headed to the Geico restart zone. Go ahead, Jared. Take this one away.
All right. The 55 gave another shove. Jason Landry timed it in the Discord chat. He gets out to an early lead. 55 also cleared the 9, which is huge. Oh, he's huge. When it comes to this clean air and open racetrack, we'll see if these guys can settle it out, as it's 3 wide and almost behind. Kevin Kyle was on the bottom. It looked like David Owens wanted to look to the middle. As Jax Duvall in the 99 also having a strong run here at Chicagoland in the 99 Goldfish car.
That was an incredible restart there from Jared Kelly. He was really able to push Jason out there to a big lead. They were both able to clear the outside lane pretty quick. And it looks like they're going to be able to maybe tandem away from everybody else. But Medina starting to close back in on him.
Yeah, there's rumors out there of the 55 and Jason Landry being in cahoots. We're having rumors around the garage, so I'll get back to you on that.
What do you mean by cahoots?
I don't know, Jared. That's just information I got here on pit road. Over back to you.
Okay. Well, it looks like the top 5 have kind of single filed out now as the whole field starts to get single file, but Eric Thornton holding tight on the outside of Kyle Ladnott in the 988.
He got a big run there off turn 2, going to get around Joseph Volpus as well.
Yeah, he's using that top lane momentum. And this is the first race with the new oval repatch. So we are going to see this track rubber up quite a bit than what it is right now. We might see some new multi-groove lane racing, but we'll just have to see by the end of the race.
Yeah, it truly is incredible what the new refresh has brought here with how the track rubbers up, how much it changes throughout the race. It's completely different than what it was before this refresh. I'm actually really excited to see what it's going to bring with other series and other kinds of tracks, because these mile and a halves now have become a lot more slick, especially when it starts to rubber up.
Go back to Eric Thornton. He is still moving his way through the pack. He's using those new tires that he's got him. Just try and get as many positions as he can. Might see a little bit of a short pit again here. It seems to be Eric's MO.
Looks like there he goes around the outside of David Owens. Trying to make a move, maybe try and split the middle between him and Kevin Kyle. Looks like he's going to get in front of David Owens and underneath Kevin.
A little bit of a switch back there. But Dirty Air also a player here on these mile and a halves. Just like at Kansas, that Dirty Air can make the nose really tight, reduce the downforce off that fresh nose.
I'll tell you, Dirty Air, that's something I'm still getting used to with these cars. You know, you end up in the wrong track trying to follow somebody, and it just plows right towards that wall, and sometimes you're just not expecting it. It looks like they're starting to fan out behind Eric Thornton and David Medina as they're battling for 4th.
The only time we come involved with dirty air, Jared, is when I'm behind you headed to the hot dog stand here at the concessions.
Man, you're picking on me hard now. Kicking me when I'm down. But I'm looking at the 99 Jack Duval, running third right now, running up right behind our 2 leaders. Kind of nose to tail. Jack's going to see if he can try and get a run anywhere, at least get to the quarter panel of the second place car.
Yeah, it looks like he got a really good start there. He's definitely pushing hard, you know, trying to get into that championship 4. He's not, I believe he's a few points out of that top 4 right now, heading into this race. So, yeah, he's sitting just a few points back. So he wants to get up there and try and see if he can work his way up and see if he can make the championship 4.
Further back, I think I saw the 77 of Jake O'Shea in the mix in that 11th position. Mathematically, he's out of contention for that championship 4, missed a race, and then had that incident at Nashville Superspeedway. That set him back a huge amount of points, so unfortunately Jake's not in contention for that final transfer spot. But he's kind of in this hornet's nest back here in the mid-pack.
Yep, side by side with Kyle Lynott there, going down the front stretch. Got Justin Malarkey, Buddy Sally right behind him. Looks like Buddy Sally and it looks like Malarkey, Buddy Sally are lining them up now to get to his inside.
Well, I think I just saw Brenner give the front bumper to Buddy Sally there going in the middle of the corner. Looks like David just has a little bit more entry speed and wasn't expecting the huge checkup that Buddy Sally had. But Buddy definitely trying to save his tires here. We always see him get up into that top 4 mix. Definitely been one of the top 3 guys this season. But right now, kind of further back in this hornet's nest.
Also see Nick Mills back there after his pit stop on the first caution of the race. He's still trying to work his way forward, maybe trying to save some tires behind Brenner as well. Looks like Jake got a little bit too high there. It looks like side by side with Brenner and Buddy Sally, they're going to start closing in on him a little bit. Jason Landry's still leading the field, but it's starting to tighten up there front, Jared. It looks like Eric Thornton, Dave Medina, they've rejoined this battle for the top spot here as they close in.
Jack's going to give a bumper down the back straightaway to the 55. Usually it's the other way around, but looks like Jack says he wants to go and he wants to lead some laps in this race.
Duval is definitely in the take no prisoners approach here today, trying to get that last spot in the championship 4, get up there and lead some laps, get as many points as he can.
Now Eric Gordon side by side.
Yep.
Yeah. Eric's been kind of running that middle to top groove, trying to carry the momentum out of the corner, while David's been running the conservative bottom, trying to save those tires for the end of this stint. Don't want to burn up that right rear tire.
He's doing a good job holding on to 4th though right now. As it looks like Kevin Kyle, even everybody's starting to close back in here on this front group. Almost single file the whole way. Looks like almost looks like a super speedway train going on here, Jared.
Yeah. And our road course fans love the DRS train, from my knowledge, I think. Probably not. Nobody likes that kind of racing, but I do look at our audience online, and Buddy Sally said he wasn't ready for this refresh until 3/4 of the race was through.
Like Eric Thornton to the inside of Duval, trying to get 3rd place. We'll see if Medina follows Duval or if he follows Eric Thornton, try to help one or the other get clear here.
Yeah, David's playing the smart man. He's letting the guy in front do his hard work, and he just sits in the draft and just takes the hole as the front bumper for Eric Thornton to nudge the 99. A little aggressive move there. Fortunately, it doesn't end in catastrophe, as they still do bang down the back straightaway.
Eric Thornton wants to get moving here, get up to the front. Definitely telling Duval that he is ready to go, get up there and battle with Jared Kelly and Jason Landry for the lead.
Lap 22, almost halfway through this fuel run for most of these drivers who didn't pit under that yellow.
Yeah, we're getting to that point in the run where we're going to really start seeing guys search around for some more grip, especially with this new oval refresh. You got to search around just about every lap, it feels like, but especially once the tires start to wear in, kick in, might see some of these guys start migrating further and further up the track to get some more speed. Eric Thornton still working hard on Duval. He's going to get him maybe this time. Looks like Medina might give him a little arrow push out of 2. Oh, nope, Duval's going to have the momentum coming off the corner.
That top lane momentum running down the hill, letting gravity help you as you gain speed off the corner. And I do believe there's a little bit of trail braking also happening throughout these corners with the minimum or the less downforce that these cars have. They're going to slow the momentum down a lot more to actually be able to corner well and make it through the corner at a efficient way.
Also got a good battle going on at the back of this group here. Kevin Kyle and David Owens have been side by side here for the last few laps. Looks like Kevin Kyle's going to keep holding on to the position over Owens.
Yeah, and these are the two fighting for that last transfer spot as they run. Kevin Kyle is 3 points ahead, I believe, in the point standings, so has to finish David has to finish at least 4 positions in front of Kevin Kyle to get into that last spot. So these two are fighting for the rest of the season to see if they can go to Michigan and fight for that trophy. Now, do you have to ask, Kevin, would it be a little narcissistic to make yourself a trophy?
You know, Jared, I think I don't know. It'd be a little weird. But to tell you the truth, I have a trophy for each season that we've raced the Bonfire Racing League, like a loser's trophy I make myself.
You put your stats on there, like how many laps led, like 2 laps led, and
incident points. I put incident points, how many DNFs, things like that nature. Jared, I'm getting from pit lane here on the pit crew of the 31. I'm hearing that right front is already 30% usage on that high line usage. So he's having a problem with that right front. Keep an eye on the 31. He might be dropping like a rock here soon, Jared.
Yeah, just not using that brake pedal to slow the car down. He's pushing that right front up through the racetrack. He's using that top lane to just carry the momentum. I think it's a longer way around, so he doesn't have to slow down that much. But yeah, you can definitely see it there as David Owens is equal with him, even though he was on that top lane.
Even for having tire issues, though, he's doing a great job here holding on to David Owens and making sure that he can try and hold on to as many spots as he can at this part in the run. That's going to be crucial in the long run before the first round of pit stops, is to stay as close to David Owens as he can. Looks like David might have finally cleared him. Maybe for a corner, maybe for good.
Yeah, it does look like David's now able to get on his merry way to try and track down that top 5.
That was a good battle there that was going there for a good 5 or 6 laps. See Kyle Lynott and Nick Mills a little further back. They're going side by side.
Nick Mills still in that playoff contention. Had a bit of a rough spot at Nashville with a failure with his car. Went straight into that concrete barrier on the infield. Huge accident. Took him out of any sort of win contention or top 10 contention for that race. And just overall, not really the speed he's wanted here in this final round of the playoffs, but he is the champion of the Bonfire Racing League, so if anybody can get it done, it's this number 8 car.
You know, it's really incredible how competitive the series is when there's only a few points that separate all the way up from 3rd back to about 8th or 9th in this round of the playoffs, where just about anybody between those positions could end up being the third and fourth guys in. And I know Nick Mills, he may be down a little bit. I believe he's tied for 8th with Vulpes coming into this race, but he's only 7 points behind Kevin Kyle. See him battling with Buddy Sally, another one of those top 4 drivers in the playoffs. Looks like he's trying to save some tires behind Nick.
Does look like David Medina was able to get around Eric Thornton there for that 3rd position, as now the field's starting to spread out as we get through this run past the halfway point. We definitely are starting to see some tire wear.
But you know what, even with the tire wear, Jared Kelly's been able to stick right with Jason Landry, just keeping it about a half second, looks like, behind him. And it looks like just there's a revolving door going on behind them for 3rd on back. But Jason and Jared are just been able to be really consistent here on this first run and run 1-2 throughout.
Got a bit of hornet's nest there with the 11, 99, and 73 trying to make their way past each other. Looks like Malarkey might have a little bit of a tire advantage here, as that poor 31 is dropping like a rock as Joseph Vulpes now and company start to catch up to the rest of the field.
Looks like Duval's starting to end up in the same boat though. He's starting to drop. He was in 3rd just a few laps ago. His tires might be in the same kind of realm where they're falling off as well.
Traffic like on the interstate. Everybody wants to be in the left lane. Yeah, he wants to. There it is. Jake O'Shea going to get behind his teammate as he bumps up into the wall just a little bit.
Vulpes will get around Kevin Kyle. Looks like he's going to slot in behind us. Oh, they're getting really dicey behind him there, Jared. Looked like Jake and Nick Mills made some contact.
Yeah, I think just some real estate ran out of there on the entrance to the corner. It kind of bottlenecks at the entry of the corner.
Jake's going to lose a bunch of spots there as he got into the wall. He's going to have Brenner to his inside now. It's like Kevin Kyle might have found a little breathing room here for a few laps with Kyle Lynott, Nick Mills, and Buddy Sally battling hard behind him.
You know that Chevy commercial? Like a rock? That's how I was, like a rock at the bottom of the ocean.
Well, luckily we're in Chicago, so I think you would prefer a lake.
Yeah, rock on the lake. Yeah, we're on the lake.
We saw some great racing here in the time NASCAR raced on this mile-and-a-half oval. 2018 probably at the top of the list between Kyle Larson and Kyle Busch, the Kyle and Kyle show. But it's putting on a show here in these next-gen cars on sim, so who knows what the future of the Chicagoland Speedway is, as it's got this its own characteristic of a round back straightaway. It's not a completely flat back straightaway. It's a little bit curved where the outside wall is. So I'm not sure what it actually does or what the purpose of it is. It's just its own little thing, I guess.
Jared, do you like your back stretches curved or straight down the pipe? What's your preference there?
You know, I don't really know. I don't.
31 coming up.
And the 31's going to come down pit road and save me from answering that question on lap 38 here, roughly 11 laps before projected pit stops. But that right front probably is ready to blow, and they just need to get that tire off and get him back out on track to try and save these playoff hopes.
Got down pit road very cleanly there, so that'll help him out at least. He might need a caution in the future, mattering on the way it all plays out with fuel for the last two runs. and if he can get his tire issues under control as well. Got a lot of close racing here. It looks like Kyle Lynott setting up a move on, I believe, Nick Mills. Made a nice little up and under move there on him.
Nick able to roll that middle very well, and we are starting to see this track darken up with the rubber in the corners. That is going to maximize the amount of grip, I believe, in the corners.
Yeah, you can really start feeling when the track starts rubbering up and how much more grip you get. It really does start feeling different probably about this point in the run, so these guys are going to have to start adjusting to the more rubber on the track, especially now that the tires are right at the end of the run, and we're about to be coming for a new set of tires here in about 5, 6, 7 laps here, Jared.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of the tire marbles in an endurance race on iRacing with the 24 Hours of Daytona coming up next year. At the beginning of the race, the track is clean, nice, not really a lot of marbles, but by the end of the race, there's one line. If you try and run somewhere where those marbles are at, you're going to have a hard time getting that car rotated. So the tracks look dirtier by the end of the race, but it'd be interesting to see if they ever come out something like this where on the racing line it starts rubbering up. And there it is, Eric Thornton pitting on lap 43, coming to 44, so 6 laps before projected pit stops.
One pit.
It's going to take a little bit of an undercut here, maybe try and get his way up into the lead with those fresher tires. So he's coming down pit road, looks like he's going to have a clean entry. No issues coming on pit road for him.
Sorry about that.
Bless you.
It wasn't a sneeze.
Oh, it came out the other end.
Came out my mouth. Trying to shut off my microphone when I'm coughing, so I'm not coughing into my microphone, but what can you do? It had to happen once at least.
The production team hasn't got you the big button there to mute yourself yet, so we understand.
Well, I have my push to talk on iRacing that I could probably use, but I've been just
maybe it's
using
worn
the
out,
manual
Jared, because you
clip.
talk an awful lot during the races, so maybe you just worn that button out.
No, I didn't wear that button out. I don't talk a lot. You don't talk during races. I was trying to egg you on at the start of that race, and you just straight up ignored me.
I was in the zone. I was concentrating on how much I needed to burn that right front off.
Well, I wasn't able to give you that courtesy rear bumper tap that I always do when you qualify better than me. In this case, I would have just doored you.
84 pitting.
I think maybe I got you back, though. I don't know. It's a courtesy thing.
The 99 brings it down pit road there as Joseph Opus and company drive on by. As we got green flag pit cycles starting to happen here, finishing up. Landry's yet to come down, though, I believe.
Yeah, Landry, Medina, and Kelly are top 3, but the gap between Landry and first and the 55 is now 1.5 seconds, so tires are definitely burning off. Jason knows something that we don't. Like always, I think he told me, I just didn't listen and wanted to go with what I was comfortable with, and obviously that was a mistake, but I'm a stubborn guy and I don't like being told what to do. But you know, I might be considering racing with Jason Landry on road courses in a league.
50 pitting in.
As Jason's now going to come down pit road, so we might have to see if there's some competition there on the road courses. See if I can get the gloves on and see if I can go door to door with the madman Jason Landry. And now the 55 will lead this lap, get that bonus point. Take that bonus point from somebody who probably needs it. But it's okay. I'm just there to be in the way.
I believe that's David Medina behind him, who I would imagine would love to get a lap led. I believe he might have led a lap early. Looks like Jared might be pitting this time.
Yeah, and I believe David Medina's going to come down with him. Yes, he is.
I'm pitting.
David really aggressive here coming to pit road. And actually beats him to that commitment line. So maybe David will beat him on a exit to the pits. We'll have to see as they come in for their stop. This is a money stop to try and get into the championship four. Can't have any mistakes on pit road.
Looks like they're both pulling their stops. Looks like.
Yeah, my camera angle doesn't really show it that well. There it is.
There you go.
But the 55's already out and beats David Medina out pit road. That's about the gap they were when they entered before Medina tried to pull a quick one on him.
Man, yeah, that's got to be a little frustrating. Make up all that time coming onto pit road and then lose it coming off.
Hey, Torpid.
It's like Medina's gonna end up back here with Kevin Kyle, David Owens, and Nick Mills.
Not quite sure who's leading the race right now.
Looks like it's gonna be Eric Thornton when it cycles out when Mills pits here.
Okay.
Is what I'm looking at.
I guess I could have looked. Hey, you got your freaking overlay working.
Yeah.
What do you know?
Yeah, I had to do it old school.
Well, here, let's look at the 55 as he goes into corner number 2. Sideways.
Oh, shit.
I think I was late to it.
Sorry, man.
We were definitely late to it. We caught the rear end of it.
Nice save there, Jared.
Jared
That
went
knocked him
from
right out of yellow.
driving a cup car there to go into your dirt days there.
Yeah, well, find me
for
another
corner.
driver in this league that could drive a car sideways like I did.
You
Not
have
on
some
dirt.
serious tire tracks on the track.
No,
There. You can see them there down there in turn 3.
Jared, are you talking about after you break your toe link and you're driving down sideways down pit lane?
No, not
Okay.
talking about the toe. Like, everything's fine, but you're driving the car sideways
Oh, okay.
by accident, but then you make it look pretty cool. But yeah, that advantage that the 55 had coming off pit road is now gone as he lost that spot to Justin Malarkey, and now David Medina's really close in behind. He's got a little bit of door damage there that may affect him aerodynamically. We'll have to see.
Looks like in the short term it's not really affecting them right now. We'll see how it plays out though over the course of a run. But yeah, pretty much just lost a good amount of time there. Ended up behind Justin Malarkey. David Medina there. He got around him on pit road. Lost time coming off pit road. And now he's right back behind Jared again. These three look like they're gonna keep drafting with each other. See if maybe anybody wants to make a move, or if it's just gonna be saving some tire here for a little bit.
Play half for you, Jake. I appreciate that. Sorry about that.
Jared's gonna get right up on the back bumper of the 73
I think that
of
actually helped me,
Malarkey.
David. Car feels way better now.
There it is.
That's the way it works sometimes.
Lap 55, I believe that's the fastest lap for the 55 car. What do you know?
I'm not mad. It happens. It's whatever. I'll get over it.
See
This
on,
looks like here in the short term, car is driving better. Looks like he might be making a crossover move maybe on the 73.
Yeah, the 73 is blocking though. I'm in a FOCM sandwich here. As a former member racing against these guys now. I'm gonna say they're colluding against me. Putting on my tinfoil hat. Or my aluminum hat, just like the color of my nose on my screen, even though it doesn't look like it on anybody other.
Looks like Malarkey might be pulling away a little bit, maybe do a little dirty air tactics there, try and get a bit of a gap. Medina now going to get on the back of Jared here.
This should be a good fight. These two were running in the top 3 of this race. David obviously consistent this season, getting wins and runner-up finishes against Jason Landry. He's trying to go for that back-to-back-to-back championship. Pull old Jimmy Johnson. Who knows? Maybe we'll be, instead of Cold Funky Medina, we'll be calling him 3-timer.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if he can pull it off. Got a different championship race here this season, so see if it brings him any new challenges.
It did look like David got up into the fence just a little bit, maybe overdrove on the exit of the corner. Doesn't look like there's any damage on that right side.
Looks like Malarkey's starting to maybe push a little bit tight as well. Seems like the track is evolving to maybe getting a little bit tighter than it was at the start of the race.
Jason Landry up front did get that position over Eric Thornton, past him with those fresher tires, so he is now back in control of this race.
Got a good battle here though for 3rd, 4th, and 5th here, as Jared just keeps trying to work on the back bumper of Justin Malarkey here and get back into the top 3.
Checking on our championship battle, David Owens is in that 6th position. 3 or a lot of spots is Kevin Kyle starting to drop again, so he is now in that final spot.
Looks like Kevin still hasn't sorted out the right front issue that he was having from the first run.
Well, he also pitted on lap 38, so if we just double that again, it kind of puts him in the range of maybe lap 76, having to come down pit road again.
I believe this was the part in the run the first time around where he started feeling the right front effects happen. So it could be a case of deja vu.
But Joe Volpez, Jackson Long, Kyle and Knott, that Gulf Coast team members battling it out there.
Yeah, it looks like right now Duval's holding it down on the high side, and Kyle's going to follow him through, it looks like, and get around Volpez as well.
Yeah, draft bid factor here when there's somebody not in it. So it's definitely important to be in the wake of another car on the straightaways.
Yep, and there they go, clearing them fairly easily, actually, and it looks like Kyle might be making a move on Duval now as well.
Hey, Owens, I think we might have a repeat from last week.
That's not too good.
I think Buddy Sally's talking about starting to close in on David Owens here. Maybe close in by the end of this next run.
The battle still continues for that podium spot between the 73 of Justin Malarkey, the 55, and the 9. As now the 9's going to try and make a move to the inside going into corner number 3.
Gets a great run down there into the corner. Almost got to the inside of Malarkey as well. Just couldn't get enough momentum by coming off the corner to get around either one of them.
Well, the 55 trying to put some clean air on the nose, get some more downforce, trying to generate a run down the straightaway, but that opens up the door for the 9 to try and get to his inside right in the preferred line, as now the 55 goes to the inside of the 73. Dave Medina behind him. See if he can complete the pass. No, he can't, but that's going to put Dave Medina behind his teammate and leave the 55 out to dry.
Yeah, it looks like Medina's going to now get to the outside of Jared, potentially here coming out of turn 2. Yep. And they're going to get a good draft down the backstretch and going to go around Jared, maybe. Jared's going to put up a good fight, though, here on the inside going down into turn 3. It looks like the momentum coming off the top, along with the draft from Justin. Oh, Jared's still putting up a really good fight here. Going to go into 1. Still side by side, Medina and Jared for 4th place. But that momentum of that high side looks like it's going to prevail.
Dave Medina now got up in front. See if he can try and get around his teammate. See if his teammate makes it easier for him. As this battling is going to let David Owens keep on sneaking up on these guys. The gap's 3.5 seconds behind. As Jared, I think, gave a shove to the 9 going into corner number 1.
Jared's just letting him know that he's there. He wants to get back up there, get back to the top 3. Looks like David might get to the inside of Malarkey. Jared might give him a little bit of an arrow push here. Oh, now he's going to go to the outside of David Medina.
Take that top lane where the momentum is. Force David to go the short side around, lose all that speed going to the bottom.
And Malarkey's going to continue running the high side, so Jared's going to get the draft advantage here down the backstretch. Medina's still sticking hard there on the inside, trying to get around Malarkey, trying to hold on to this position from Jared, but it looks like it's going to be a repeat here of what happened a few laps ago where Medina got around Jared. Jared's going to do it back to Medina here.
Malarkey's playing both lines. He's putting the air on both of these cars' nose, giving them a little bit of help, keeping them side by side, old super speedway style.
Going to continue racing side by side here. And as he said, Justin playing the lines, making sure these two stay side by side behind him and buy him a little bit more time here to hold on to 3rd place.
And this group is catching Eric Thornton. That second car, the gap's now roughly over a second.
Looks like that short pit there for Eric worked well in the short term, but he's starting to feel the effects of the older tires compared to these guys now.
Eric cuts the nose off the 55, looking to the inside. He's going to go the short way around, lose all that speed, try and get to the inside going into corner number 3. But Dave Medina back up to the outside to help his teammate. Does Jared slide in line? Yes, he does.
Looks like Jared's also going to try and go to the outside here in 3 and 4 and try and take that momentum away, as Malarkey and Medina both went low that time.
Well, when you're driving in a group like this, you have to try and go where they're not. Get that clean air on the nose. Try and get a little bit of momentum, just to see if there's anything. Move around. That's how you'll see who's a good race car driver and who's not. Who's moving around on the racetrack, trying to find speed. As all 3 of these guys have ran significantly different lines while battling each other.
Not only that, but even while you guys are following each other here, looks like Malarkey, Jared, and David have all run a different line, just even running single file down the straightaways. One lap you see Justin go high, the next lap you see Jared go high, and it really is interesting to see how this battle is shaping out. with how they keep swapping lines. It's like
That's the
Jared's gonna come up in
55.
front of the 9.
Yeah. Gave him a nice shove down the back straightaway, going, "Hey, you cut me off."
Got a little
But
close there.
yeah, I think there is a
I hope you guys are having as much fun as I am.
no response. I think the person having the most fun is the 73 of Justin Malarkey.
This is a fun spread.
Yeah, there it is. He's the one leading this group, so he's definitely having the most fun. He has the easy job of just playing defense.
You can see
David Owens is catching this group.
Yep. See him creeping into the picture in the background.
Anybody else going to the Iowa race next year?
Me?
See
I
Jared
think
and
that right front is
Medina.
shot as there wasn't that big of a momentum pull down the back straightaway for the 55. I think the right front is cooked. But he's got to make it a couple more laps if he's going to make it to the fuel stint.
He's still doing a good job keeping Medina at bay, keeping him side by side for all these laps. Pretty much this whole run, it's been a great battle between Jared and David this whole run. 'Cause they're still going to be side by side going down into turn 3. As Justin continues to play the lanes in front of him.
I think Justin Malarkey got up into the fence just a little bit. But they are catching Eric Thornton.
And David Owens is really started to close in. You can see him, he's right behind him now.
You can see Dave Medina trying to side draft on the straightaway. He's getting really close to that spoiler, trying to force the air onto that spoiler, increase the drag on it, and overall just reduce the speed.
It is incredible when you get the side draft right, how much speed you really can pull a car back, especially with these next gen cars. You really create some crazy runs.
Has the 55 cleared him? Yes, he has. But where does that put the 11? The 11's got the clean lane up at the top, all the momentum.
Now he's going to be side by side with Medina here for battle for 5th. Looks like Owens is going to get the momentum off turn 2.
Roughly 20 laps till he starts seeing green flag pit stops again, unless there's another yellow.
Jared got a little close there with Justin coming off turn 4. Looks like Justin's really starting to struggle with his car. Ooh, contact there into turn 1 there between the 11 and the 55.
Yeah, I'm looking at my 0x counter, keep on going up and up and up for car contact. I guess when you do some bumping, people are going to bump you back.
That's just another normal Sunday morning for you, Jared.
Yeah, that's right. David Owens got past Justin Malarkey fairly easy. Way easier than the two guys behind him still.
And Jared and David here, David Medina that is, they got to be pretty dumbfounded that David just came up right behind him and got right around Justin that quick. Looks like David Owens did a really good job saving his tires there, not being involved in this really hard battle that these three have been having. Looks like they almost thought about taking it 3 wide. They're thinking about it here, coming through 1 and 2.
Number 12 pitting in.
I thought I heard him shifting, maybe I was wrong. But David Medina now around the 73 of Justin Malarkey, and now that just has to piss the 55 off. He's been trying for at least 30 laps now and hasn't been able to do it.
Jared Kelly, he's still behind Justin Malarkey. He's going to hold on to that last top 5 position.
Sounds good. Thank you, man.
As it looks like Medina and Owens are going to start scooting away slowly from Malarkey. You know, I wonder if the damage on the 55 car from that incident early on is starting to affect him maybe a little bit. Maybe the car's getting a little bit tight. Can't push it as hard.
Eric Thornton went down pit road. If it's a 50 laps of fuel, roughly, I want to say he's close on the fuel number.
Oh, yeah, looks like he might be right on the number actually, Jared. So it looks like it's a 50 lap tank of fuel. He's going to get every
31 coming down.
Every 1/10 of a gallon out of it.
Kevin Kyle trying to still save his playoff hopes. He's sitting back there in the 12th position, way behind David Owens, who's in that 2nd position. He's going to come down pit road, get some fresh tires, and see if maybe he can rally and try and undercut this 11 car.
Yeah, I like the strategy call. Try and do something different than everybody else. Maybe you get some track position, you get a timely caution, and you're right back in it with David Owens and everybody else, and get back into the top 4 on the championship picture. And it's incredible to see. Looks like Medina did save some tires himself, even in that crazy battle with Jared and Justin, because he's scooting away with David Owens there.
Battle further back for that 10th spot. Jake Ashe and Jax Duvall in the 99 are double numbers, as I'll call them. They're racing each other side by side going down the front straightaway. Jake having the advantage for that 10th spot. It always gives you a good feeling when you get a top 10 finish. It goes onto a stats book for top 10s.
Well, top 10s are my favorite. Love seeing those that number go up. Keep it nice and consistent. Nice little personal stats to keep track of. Looks like Duvall might be pitting here.
6 pitting this lap.
Yeah, Justin Malarkey also came down pit road. He's going to try and pull the undercut on Jason Landry, our leader, who the gap is roughly 7.5 seconds to David Owens in 2nd.
I think Jax missed the pit entry there. Came in too hot and had to abort pitting in that lap there, Jared.
I believe you're right.
Gonna be a bunch of time lost.
A little patience goes a long way right there.
I don't know if Dennis is talking about the 55, but it looks like he's given the doors open there for him if he wants to take that top lane.
I believe Dennis did just come out of pit road here, so fresher tires against older tires.
Yeah, the 55 is going to give him room, let him run his line, doesn't want to make any mistakes for Dennis's part. I think these two had some conflict in practice that ended with Dennis having to go to a backup car.
Yeah, it's incredible how many backup cars some of these guys have in practice sometimes. Looks like Jared Kelly does decide to come down pit road this time. Looks like he had a clean entry onto pit road.
See where the next closest battle is. It's going to be the 13 and the 988 of Kyle Lynott. It's going to be our closest battle, I believe.
Two teammates here. Looks like they're going to try and stay out as long as possible. Maybe see if they can catch a caution in the middle of this pit cycle. Have a bit of a tire and fuel advantage if it goes green to the end over some other guys. Looks like David Owens is going to come down pit road this time.
And David Medina. So that's going to be leaving Landry, Sally, Volpis, Lynott, Mills, and Brenner still needing to come down pit road.
Volpis is going to follow him down as well. Kyle stayed out. Like left sides are going on now for Jason Landry. He's going to pull out and have no issues. Nice clean stop for the leader of the race.
Pitting.
Pit stops here continue. David Brenner going to come down this time as it continues to cycle through. I believe we might have a couple drivers here still out on track. Maybe trying to hope to catch a caution. Kyle Lynott looks like he's leading the race now. Yeah, Jared, you got to think he's going to be losing a lot of time here, staying out this long. You think he could try and make it back on Volpis, because that's who he was battling there. Staying out these extra laps if he can catch back up on fresher tires.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. Eric Thorne, who had that early pit stop, he's roughly running 32.1 second laps, while Kyle Lynott and Nick Mills are in the 33, 4, and 5 range.
So that's a lot of time loss here for each lap that he's running.
Yeah, you gotta believe that he's losing roughly a second per lap staying out.
Wonder if this is maybe a strategy move. I'm not sure if Nick Mills has led a lap here in this race or not. Maybe Kyle Lynott trying to help David Owens out a little bit by staying out.
That is going to bring the 988 down pit road with the 8.
And that should cycle things back to Jason Landry. It was Eric Thornton actually jumped him here on another round of pit stops.
Well, they say history repeats itself, and it definitely has, as the 55 and the 9 have met each other again on track.
Looks like this time they've brought a third dancing partner with them to this battle. This time David Owens is going to be the one to battle with them for this run, it looks like.
I think I did hear on pit road that the damage to the left side of that 55 car is creating a little bit of aero drag, slowing the car down and hurting the overall efficiency of that machine. They did not elect to fix it on that green flag pit stop. They're going to run it to the end of the race.
Well, yeah, it looked like whatever damage he had, it affected him more on the long run than on the short run. So, it's too much time to lose to try and fix it under green flag conditions. It would take him completely out of this battle for a top 5 finish if Jared elected to fix it there. So he's gonna have to try and troop it out here, hope for a caution maybe to get it fixed, or he's gonna have to wheel that car here to the end with a little bit of damage and try and hold on to that top 5. Looks like David Owens might be trying to close in a little bit now on Jared as Medina starts gapping him just a little bit. Wonder how much of this is just saving tires and maybe not killing them as much as they did, battling as hard as they did on the last run.
There's your leader headed down pit lane, Eric Thornton. That's going to give up the lead to Jason Landry as Eric Thornton comes into that pit stop down pit lane.
Wonder if this is definitely unscheduled. Wonder if he's got some sort of a problem.
Yeah, and I just heard it over the radio, guys, that the number 1 car is down 2 cylinders again, so not running that V8, so they're going to take it to the garage.
Jared, that's the second or third week in a row that number 1 car has had engine trouble. They're going to need to check in on that engine manufacturer and get that straightened out before the next season.
I heard he was down a cylinder, so they took it to the garage.
They didn't have enough fuel. He pitted too early. Is that code word for ran out of tank sometimes? I mean, he still could have waited for a caution. It's so weird for him to just leave like that. He did it last week, too.
I think it's going to cycle back around now to Jason Landry with Eric Thornton. Retirement out of the race with his engine issues here once again.
Yeah, Joseph Landry's got over a 5-second lead over Justin Malarkey, and Malarkey's got over a second lead over David Medina Sr., and then the field starts to get a little bit closer together as that number 50 car is off to the races and just making a mockery of the BRL series right now with his huge lead over the rest of the field.
Further back for that 8th spot, Kyle Lynott and Jake Alshea battling through corners 1 and 2. That puts Kyle Lynott in front as David Brenner is going to try and... actually, that's David Medina behind him, not the 55.
I'm a second behind you. We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Oh, my bad. I'm at Medina. I can't read.
Finally, what we all knew about David Brenner, that he cannot read, he just admitted it on the radio. We all had a feeling his ability to read was a little sketchy after some of the rule book he used to write for admins, but even I cannot speak, so I am the last one to talk here.
Care center after that insult.
What insult? I am Spanish.
No, him thinking you were me.
Looks like Landry passes up Jack Savall in that 99. Going to put the 99 the lap down as Malarkey is just, I mean, as Justin Landry is just picking cars away, putting them laps down, adding insult to injury.
Setting a blistering pace here this afternoon.
Yeah, and he's got I believe that's Gary Wright in front of him as well, and then the 31 of Kevin Kyle, the eternal cavalcade roadblock, as we call him.
The eternal rolling roadblock of Kevin Kyle. Yes, Jared, that's what they call me back in my parts.
Kevin does have to try and hold on to this lead lap here, though. Definitely trying to stay in the championship for hopes with David Owens running so well.
Yeah, Kevin's just hoping for a mistake from anybody, for a yellow, for the love of God, let there be a yellow, but his all he can do is hope and just do the best he can out there, and hopefully something turns his way, but not looking good for the old 31 there.
Yeah, I heard that 31 car, the driver had a pep talk with somebody before this race. Can you shed any light on that, Kev?
The pep talk.
Yeah.
Oh yes, my
driver.
My old buddy, the 55 there. Yeah, he was pumping me up there real well, and you know, we all need our. Oh, Jason's gonna go underneath Kevin on the apron.
Hey now.
Oh my. A little contact there.
I think the 31 wants to be that yellow he desperately needs.
Like Jason's gonna get to his outside here. And he's gonna clear him.
Didn't make it easy.
You know, I'm gonna shed some light on this.
Underneath me before turn 1. Not too smart either.
I'm gonna shed some light on this. Jason was.
Just wreck each other. Get it
Jason was fuming after that.
I was thinking he was.
And I was sitting there trying to calm Jason down, going, "No, Kevin's not that guy. He's not smart enough to plan that far ahead." And then I see you later in the Discord chat. You're like, "Yeah, I did it on purpose." And I was like, "I tried to save you. I was talking so good about you."
Oh, no.
I believe I called you a punk afterwards, too.
Let's see here. We got Owens gonna, I think he's catching up on old Kelly there. Let's take a look on that battle as the 11 starts to make his way up the field.
Gotta imagine that damage starting to affect the 55. Not able to save tires as well as the other guys around him. With the aerodynamic disadvantage that he's got. I don't think Jared's going to make it easy though here for David.
Oh, that 55 card never makes it easy. I mean, there's always David Brenner if you want a real challenge, but yeah, he doesn't just give up spots.
Good win, Jason. There's no caution coming.
As Jack Zaval concedes defeat already to Jason Landry.
I feel like that might be a touch bit premature.
Yeah, they got 20 laps left here. Joseph as the 9, the David Medina, tries to get by his teammate. As the 11 gets by the 55 of Jared Kelly, takes over that spot for P4.
Yeah, the 55 tried to throw a good, nice slide job in there and had to back off the throttle way too much, getting really close to the wall.
Checking on Nick Mills here as he tries to climb up the leaderboard. He's running top 10 right now, ahead of Kevin Kyle for that playoff championship run, as he's going to try to get past Jake O'Shea here. But Jake having a great race today, really being able to use that high line to his advantage, unlike the likes of the 31 as he burned off his stuff. But Jake seemed to find a good rhythm there on the top line and conserve tire at the same time. So Mills makes that pass on the 77 as he heads down the backstretch here.
Look at this battle for P2 between the 73 and the 9. The 9 has caught up to the 73, who pulled that undercut to try and at least get close to Jason Landry. But the 9 has caught up to him.
Looks like these two are going to resume their battle there from the last run there that they were having with Jared Kelly. They're going to now duke it out here for second place in the closing laps. Justin just running that high line, trying to get more momentum than David. But it looks like David's tires are just so much better than Justin's, that he could just stick the bottom so well and get a good run off, even with Justin running the high side.
Yeah, I don't know, man. These are two of the, one of the top drivers in our league, and Landry's just over 9-second lead over two of the best in the league, and it's just real surprising. It's just the advantage. I don't know what's going on. Maybe they need to take that 5-0 back to Tech, back to Charlotte, and take a look under the hood on that thing, because he is just far and above a class ahead of the rest of the field here.
Well, I think it all has to do with that shove that he got there on lap 4 of the race. I think that's the big difference maker. He got that push and never looked back.
I'm sure that's not the only thing you two pushed together.
truly is an incredible pace he set here today. Jason Landry, that is. Looks like he's really taken full grip of the new update a little bit better than everybody else.
Well, Buddy Sally slowly gaining on that top 5 position on the 55, as the 55 is just off pace, trying to do everything he can. I'm looking at the times, and it looks like Buddy is about a tenth of a lap faster. So mathematically, it would take him 15 laps to gain a 1.5 advantage. So that should put him down by the white flag, close to half a second behind this 55 and in striking distance.
Definitely, especially when you get closer, get into the wake of the car, maybe get a little bit extra draft down the straightaways. Could start closing maybe a little bit faster once he gets within that second range. Does look like Jared is struggling a little bit now with that car here on this run.
David Brenner just fighting with Jack Duval for that 12th spot. They are a lap down, but they still got plenty to fight for.
Looks like Brenner's got a good run there on the inside on him. Takes the short way around and is going to clear him into turn 1 maybe. Or Duval's going to put up a bit of a fight here on the outside. And David Brenner will get him off turn 2.
No problem.
Just trying to search here to see if there's any battles going on besides the one up for that podium spot between David Medina and Justin Malarkey. Does look like David Owens is catching Justin Malarkey as well as we get ready to come to 10 to go.
Yeah, Jared, checking in on our graph here. Owens is running the faster time over Malarkey and Senior here, the last 10 lap average. So look for Owens to make a move here, a charge up to the front. Back to you, Joseph.
Yeah, it does look like, just noticing it on the eye test, that David Owens does have a bit of a pace advantage, at least over Justin Malarkey with how much he closed in here on this lap.
Yeah, David shifting down into 4th gear in the corner, trying to get that wheel spin up.
I wonder if that's helping him run a little bit faster than a couple guys in front of him. Wonder if maybe he's the only one shifting here in this group of cars.
I'm going to jump to Landry here to see inside his cockpit since we have technology on the driver's eye camera. Oh, that's not the driver's eye camera. Let's go. No, it looks like Landry is not shifting. He's staying in 5th gear there as he continues to lay down these lap times. Last lap time on his dash says 32.77. And it looks like he's in 5th the whole way around the track. As he comes into turn 1, we'll take a look here if there's any shifting. As we're going to jump back to David Owens. Nope, he stays in 5th the whole way around. We'll jump back to Owens here as he tries to chase down the 73. Justin Malarkey.
73 is also shifting. That's the word I was looking for. So equal grounds here for between the 11 and the 73.
David Owens has had some good luck. Not good luck, but just great seasons so far in a couple different leagues there, hasn't he, Joseph? I believe he's picking up 2 championships already, if my calculations are correct.
Yeah, he's been picking them up and putting them down. He just won the Friday Night Beer League last night.
That's what it was.
In a really close photo finish, actually. and he added that to the QRL Truck Series Championship that he won the week prior over Charlie McCarty.
And then the week before that, I believe he won the Big Trucking Tuesday. Is that correct?
Yeah, the 3 straight weeks of championship runs for David Owens.
Yeah, that's an amazing job there by David. He's really been picking up, watching, just learning every week, getting better. So he's going to definitely be a contender here as he makes the pass on Justin Malarkey, pick up the 3rd spot.
Does look like where he's running on track, he's going to have a chance to add a 4th title to all that.
Yeah, great point there, Joseph, as Kevin's definitely needs a miracle here to happen with 4 laps remaining. But David looks like he has it locked up to come with that P3 finish right now. Going to be able to lock up that last spot in the championship for coming this Sunday morning, which is tomorrow morning at Michigan Speedway.
It's going to be interesting to see how a championship race plays out at Michigan with these next-gen Cup cars. Something a little bit different here in Bonfire.
Number 12 hitting.
I believe I believe one of the series Friday Night Beer League ran at Michigan last week. So likes of David Owens and some other guys that race in that league might have a little bit of an advantage. Just recently racing there.
I do know that David Medina does run with them a little bit as well. So he might have a bit of a leg up as well going into next week.
Justin Malarkey not giving up this fight for that 3rd spot, that podium spot. As he got up into the fence there a little bit, that might have sealed the deal for him.
Yeah, Jared, that's going to definitely slow him down as he did get up in that safer barrier wall.
Buddy Sally's gotten that gap down to a 1.1 second gap between him and the 55.
I think Buddy's happy where he's at. He knows he's got that spot locked up for the championship 4, and that's all that matters as the points reset, and the highest finishing driver on Sunday morning will win the championship. All right, Jared, it's showing for me 1 lap to go here. I don't know if it's this time by. He's going to take the checkered.
No, he's going to take the white this time by.
Okay. So Jason Landry, almost a 10-second lead over David Medina Sr., our reigning champion from last season. A statement race from Landry, putting all the other drivers on notice as he comes down to backstretch into turn 3, Jared, as he's going to wrap this race up.
Final time through 3 and 4. Cross out of 4 to the start finish line. Lap traffic in front of him. Doesn't matter. Jason Landry wins at Chicagoland.
Congratulations there to Jared. All these names. Jason Landry is winning that race and sealing the deal to get in the next race. And then we'll take a look at David as they cross the finish there. As David Owens made a great push to pick up almost P2.
Everybody, shit, green pretty much the whole race.
Owens seals his deal, makes him way into the championship 4, which will consist of Jason Landry, David Medina Sr., Buddy Sally, and David Owens clinching his playoff berth, championship berth.
You guys all back.
And there it is, Jason Landry.
Dennis, what happened? Why did you have to hit at the end?
Unfolding his plan to the rest of the group. As a car commits suicide. I'm not sure who that was. That was the Goldfish car.
Sorry.
The snack that smiles back, the 99. Hopefully his family wasn't watching that as he ends his... I hope it's not his life, but definitely ends his career there. As we end our broadcast here.
Yeah, Jason Landry doing his donuts on the front straightaway.
Oh, I did.
These
I missed
victory
it.
donuts.
Oh, there it
There was
is.
something the
Oh,
truck guys
okay,
did where
I
they
got
put
it.
a P in front
These
of the
victory
name
donuts
of the
brought to you by
playoff
Dunkin'
drivers, and it
Donuts.
really helped, me personally
Oh, it's the
being in the back.
55.
Is there a
I
way
guess
to
these
do
guys don't
that
have to work
for
on their
next Sunday?
cars, apparently. So, but hey, thank you to everyone watching. Joseph, a huge thanks to you for joining us. Jared, I know you're under the weather, but thank you for making it this morning as we conclude our broadcast and catch up to our championship season ender tomorrow. Jeez, I can't talk right now, but Joseph, one more time, Joseph. the MRL broadcast crew. You guys are going to be, I just want to go over the series that you're going to be broadcasting and what we can look forward to again. One more time, Joseph.
Yep, so MRL Broadcasting on Twitch. We're going to be doing the MRL Monday Mayhem Cup Series. We actually had a quick little 6-race season that we're going to do a race replay tonight from the Monday finale at Talladega. We're going to be doing the MRL Friday Night Thunder Cars Tour, which we'll be picking up next season, which starts, I believe, in January. And as well as coming back to do Bonfire, doing the Big Truckin' Tuesday when that picks up next year as well.
Awesome, Joseph. And then if anybody out there is watching and wants to get more information, just reach out to you or to any of us here in the broadcast booth. We can direct you guys. I know we have a lot of Discords. You can look it up on the iRacing League search also, and you can find us there. And yeah, man, this is a heck of a battle. A lot of fun to broadcast with you guys. It was a pleasure and a privilege to broadcast with you guys this morning. Thank you guys for watching. Jared, do you have anything to end there before we get out of here?
Yeah, just watch out for that 31 car coming to the Xfinity Series. That's gonna be it's gonna be a shock when everybody sees that car.
Yes, hide your incident points away. But right on, Jared. Shout out to Jared for helping me with my paint schemes with a lot of the cars I run. And you know what? We'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Hopefully, we can try to get a broadcast out after the race. We'll do our best. And good luck to all that are involved. And everyone have a great morning. Good night, and God bless. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Take care now.